So, my name is Maria Magdalena Emmerich and I'm a theater maker. I'm based in Berlin and I do a lot of different experimental ways of theater. So my focus was on immersive theater for a long time. I do a lot of productions that you could call documentary theater, and I do also work with dance and music theater. So for the Culture Hub class that I was teaching here at Seoul Arts, I proposed to do a workshop that focuses on immersive world building. I developed an artistic practice of world building games since 2021. So this is some of the stuff that I did with the students. We played games and we tried around with how can we put ourselves into a position of a character or like a different perspective and speak from that perspective about certain topics. So in the end, what we were working on is a performance, an immersive performance, and we based it on the Camille stories by Donna Haraway. So my proposal was to get into a position that is a bit more than human. So we created this communities that are all connected to another species, for example, a local bird species. So we have like humans that are very entangled with environmental questions. And from that perspective, we were creating all kinds of experiences for the audience. So I think what was for me really important to achieve is to make them try out or learn about a new way of performing, and I think it's maybe a bit uncommon in Korea. I mean, it's also not very common in Germany, but I think it's a very interesting way of engaging an audience in immersive theater. If you have the situation that, you know, like you did a lot of background work for your character and the mode of performance is not reproducing a text that was already existing, but that you actually improvise and you react to the audience member that is in front of you and you kind of make up a situation together. And I wanted them to understand how that works, how can that feel, what kind of experiences can that produce. And so we did a lot of like small situations like that in the class already, and then I think the open class was really the moment where they tried around with this a lot. And yeah, so I hope that this is something they take away and maybe find ways of using this in their future work. And I think the other thing that was for me really important is that I felt like they have a big interest in connection, or maybe like a lot of questions, personal questions of like how to connect, how to get into relations to others. And for me, that's a really good way. Like this way of like playing and performing together and role playing was really interesting way of creating community. And I think that's what we did also during the workshop. Like throughout this like 7 sessions, we spent quite a lot of time and we actually created community, and that's something I'm very proud of. I think from my perspective as a theater maker, making theater or art in general is oftentimes a group process. And I was very happy to see how they solved some of the tasks that I gave them in groups, and I also felt like that's a thing that for them it's really nice to encounter. Like that everyone brings a little bit of something to the table, and then you cook something together, and this soup somehow becomes richer and richer because everyone's thing is in there. And I think that's an important thing that I also really think is important for students, especially for the theater department, to encounter. Yeah. For sure, I will remember the faces of our audience members on the open class day, because people were really oh, what are you asking me to? And this mode of being directly addressed by someone, for them was, I felt like some people got really wah, stressed. And that's something that, I like, because I think the state of it's like a heightened awareness, and then you get into this experience, and then everyone came out looking really happy, and they experienced something that was really new to them, and this is something I'll take away. This expression of anxiety turning into happiness. And for sure, I think I learned a lot about teaching, especially because I had such a big group of students. And I had to figure out ways of, working with all of them in this time. So I learned a lot throughout that process, and I also really value the talks, the encounters that I had with other professors. It was really inspiring to see also some of the other classes. I did some class visits, and to just have some personal time, engage about what's your artistic practice, what's your background, what is questions that I had about Korean society, how things work, and all of that is something that I really value, the time that we spent. I'm gonna take that with me.
I hope you do it.
Yeah. So I also happened to be at Seoul Art during something that I don't know from Germany. It's a Korean thing, and it's called the Teacher's Day. And on Teacher's Day, I was teaching. And my class, actually, in the middle of class, we were just outside checking the floor, the ground that we wanted to perform on the next time. And they just came up to me with this cake that had an astronaut on top, and were singing this Teacher's Day song to me, and that was a big surprise. Yeah. Very interesting ritual. Yeah. So we don't have that in Germany, this institutional gratefulness for the teacher. That's something that I didn't know in that way. I mean, we have that for parents and so on, but in this relation to the teacher, that was new to me.
Thank you, teacher!
You happy?